Evening. All right, I want to do another composition. I liked it. That was fun. I actually was really proud of it too. Um, I think tonight I'm gonna do one. It's gonna be called Ekkoren. Ekkoren. How do you say it in Swedish again? I was gonna do it in French, and then I had the Swedish translation open, and I can't remember why. And I was like, you know what? I like it in Swedish. Ready? Ekkoren och Pumpan. Ekkoren och Pumpan. It's so nice. All right, so let's check that we have volume because I'm using a new mic. I like this mic though. It's very nice. It's good for like overall sound instead of just like unidirectional. It has all the options. You can bi-directional, all directional. I feel like it has more options than I am familiar with. Oh, here you go. Cute picture. Thanks, I took it. All right, let's do check the volume. It might not be working because I had my Bluetooth on here. It might not be working because I had my Bluetooth on here. Is it still working? Still working? I think I need to get another sweater though. I'm cold. Okay, hold on. All right, so you got audio. It is working. Give me one sec. I almost was gonna practice with like gloves on tonight because I was like, well, I've seen people play with much bigger fingers and hands than you, so maybe I could start practicing with gloves. They can like it'll make me have like more accuracy or something. But I quickly changed my mind. All right, wait, what happened? Okay, we did have sound. All right, we're good. Oh, hi, welcome. All right, let's do this. Is there a way I can loop it, or I hope it just loops. Let's see if it's gonna. I don't want to get into it and then it like doesn't loop. Yeah, see, it wouldn't have looped. I can do a loop though. Give me a sec. How do we do this? Loops. Loop. I found it. That was easier than I thought. Let's double check it's gonna work. Does it loop? It loops. Can you guys see this squirrel? Oh, I don't want you to see my messy kitchen. I made soup, so it's inevitably a mess. All right, I have to make it. I'm like waiting for it to start. I'm making the music. What am I doing here? What key should I do it in? I don't know. Anybody have a preference on key? Sirens add to it. I don't know. I'm not feeling that. What's the squirrel's motivation here? I mean, it's raining, it's cold, he's hungry, he hasn't seen food in forever. He's got to be rejoicing, right? It's like this squirrel has to be feeling great joy despite it being cold and wet, right? Like, I'm sure he'd much rather be in his hole in a tree, right? I relate, man. I get it. I wonder if the mic's picking up that really quiet sound. Like, I think that's it. I think that's the end of that one. That was nice. I like the ending. Okay, I have one more. Hi. Oh, I can see. I can look at the chat now. Hi. Welcome. Why would your fingertips be dripping? Because my grandmother used to have this piano, and it was a little jewelry box, and it was metal, and inside was like a red velvet lining. And as a kid, I spent a lot of time playing with it. And when you opened it, it had one of those like barrel pit like things that would make the sound, and there were these little pins, and as the barrel would roll, it would like flick the pin, and it would make this like ding ding ding, like really high pitch, like this sound, right? And I would and the song it played was Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. And so it always reminded piano always reminded me of raindrops ever since then. And then Fingertips is a Stevie Wonder song that one of my mentees years ago um, had me listen to, and I really liked it. And I was very impressed, and it gave me a lot of hope for the future generations that they could introduce me to cool music, you know? So yeah. Oh, did I not send the picture? I airdropped it, I thought. Oh, bum. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Where is it? Oh, I thought I airdropped it. Okay, hold on. Don't look. Look at my files. God knows what else to say. You won't see anything exciting. It's just a bunch of videos. Okay, hold on. We'll go back. Thank you for your patience. All right. I did send it. It just was a movie. I thought it was an image because it doesn't move. It's like 5 seconds. All right, ready? Next one. I don't have a name for this one. It's just a pretty sunset. Let's see. Right? What to show you? Do you see anything incriminating over there? Just my dirty dishes. They're actually not bad. Only like a load. I get worried when it's like more than 2 loads of dishes up there. One load I could live with. Oh, this is very fast. Can I make this slow motion here? I can. I did it the other day. Okay, hold on. I love two things I love with video are slow motion and reverse. I know it's such like a thing that like everybody does, like oh slow mo and reverse. But man, there's something so I don't know, it's like unearthly and healing to me, like watching things in slow motion and reverse. You know? I don't think I can in here. It was a different app. Well, let's open it in that app. What app was it? Was it iMovie? I think it might be iMovie. Let's see. If it's like a regular QuickTime. And I actually don't like both of them. I prefer like heavier duty editing software. Like there's more things I want to do than that. Like, I'm used to Final Cut. I prefer Final Cut. Actually, I haven't used any type of editing software in like a million years. And when I did, it was so like you really like you needed to have like I had a good computer and it's still like software was so diesel, you know? Big big piece of software. All right, hold on. Let's do a new project. Parejo. I don't know what I'm gonna call this one. Anybody have an idea for it? Woven sunset? Woven sun? I don't know. I'll just call it that for now. Silly. Oh, I know. I named the wrong project that. I'm just gonna. Can I do an unnamed project? I hate doing that though, because then. Well, I'll just save it. It's in my composition file when I save it. I actually made a file. That's how much I'm dedicated to this Disney project. I made a folder on my desktop. That's big. That's big. Big potatoes. Oh no, potatoes. All right, hold on. Mm, I used to have like it's I'm not just saying that randomly. There's a reason why. I used to have a routine at night where I would eat like a half of a potato at night and it like weirdly would help in the morning with like waking up. Like I'd wake up the next morning with more energy. I don't know why. It was some weird holistic thing I had come across. All right, let's make a new project. I did make a new project. We just got to import the media now. And then I'm going to slow it down. I was watching this thing on, I forget the artist's name this evening. Where is it? Oh, is it on, do I have it on the other one? Oh, don't look at that. Sorry, that's private information that contained private stuff. None of your business. Um, who was that guy that I was listening to tonight? Let me go to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I go to my own YouTube channel. Enter the echo chamber. I want to give the guy enough respect to say his name right. Sviat- Sviatoslav Richter. He's like I guess one of the world's most famous pianists, which is really interesting because I was watching this guy talk about it on this channel tonight. Um, what's the guy's channel? It's called. I just subscribed to it. I forget what it was called. It'll come to me. I'll post the link in the comments. and I'll tag it when I post it. But he was talking about Richter, and he was saying not Max Richter, Sviatoslav, Sviatoslav. Did you say it? Sviatoslav Richter. And who was a pianist, like one of the most famous pianists. And he was saying about him that he played like an animal, right? But he never strayed from the music. He never added a key or took one or note or took a note away. He always played, but like to the book. And I thought that was so interesting because you usually don't get animal and accuracy. You know what I mean? It's either one or the other with the piano. Like you can have somebody who's close to accurate, but if somebody's being animalistic with an instrument, they're usually accuracy's, that's a debatable thing, I think, Like what is accuracy at that point? It's like me with the metronome. I hate metronomes. I despise tempo that's set and rigid. I like a tempo that modifies and like changes a little bit. And even if it's like a regular tempo, like I feel like there should be fluctuation in timing. It's just natural. But you have pianists like, this guy who um, you know, just got me thinking about like accuracy and animalism and performance and playing. I forgot what my original point of bringing that was, but hi, thanks for joining. All right, I'm gonna bring this into the timeline, and I'm just gonna slow it down, make it real. That's what they were. The one of the things that the guys on his one of the videos I wanted to watch was about Richter, and the title was like nice and slow or something like or like slow is better. And a lot of times with classical performance, like it's so often like, oh, the guy or girl can play super crazy fast, so they must be good, right? And like I think that's the case with a lot of type of competitive or performance based things, right? But like, what about expression? You know what I mean? Like you play if you play to a certain speed, you lose expression and breath, right? Like, and so I think I'm really excited to actually watch that video because I like playing slow. I enjoy slow music because I enjoy the intention and intelligence behind rest and pauses and space and um I think there's as much composition that takes place with absence as there is with presence. You know what I mean? So like the the places where there aren't notes, that's still yeah, and I might be saying something that's obvious to everybody else, or that musicians all around the world know. But these are the things that like I'm learning, on my own journey, that I'm coming to my own conclusions on and just sharing openly. All right, so how do we make this slower? There's a time thing here. I want to make it slow. 11 seconds is still too short. Can I custom it? Oh yeah. So I think make it 300%. Oh, that's the wrong way. Make it 5%. That'll work. 2 minutes. Yeah, I like it. Okay. Should we reverse it? Nah. Flip it and reverse it. We'll just make it slow. All right, cool. I want to expand this now. Let's go. Oh, it's really slow. Oh, it's cool. It's like glitching. I love low quality because I love artifacts in images. Start it over. It's too dramatic. too eerie. I didn't want it to be that eerie. Hmm. Well, let me put this in a loop. If my phone dies, I apologize. I'm not gonna come back on if my phone dies. I'm just gonna go to bed because I'm getting tired. I might be pushing it. 3 compositions in one day. My brain can only be so creative. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm pushing it, calling them compositions. To be honest, they're just practices. They're like mini sketches. You know what I mean? But I've been importing them into software and transposing it to sheet music, and it's really cool to actually. I've tried writing out my own compositions in sheet music and like chords and tabs and stuff, but it's just too. It just takes too much time for me to like transpose it in my head. And there's AI that can do it real easy and fast in like 30 seconds. So why am I going to spend hours doing that? And be less accurate with it, you know. But what's really cool is getting to see my music in sheet music form. That's a really cool and special thing that I did today. All right, how do I get the loop again? Modify, edit. Where was it? Where modify? I did that. Oh, loop right back. There we go. That's like a panic for me is when I can't find like the things in menus on software. Like years of working in photo editing and video editing. Like if I can't find the tool or the menu item I'm looking for, and it's better now because the internet is so much more friendly. Like, but back in the day, like I have trauma from like early internet like imaging software programs because there was not as much like online support like as there is today. You know, there was, but it was harder to find and research and stuff. All right, I don't know what key to do this. Let's try C. Maybe C sharp. C sharp is like the chord memories. Like it just sounds like, or like outside the staring lonely. Come sit by the fire. Let's talk about things. Who's good and bad. Days of yore. You know what I mean? Kind of version of it. Oh, really? Is that much of a difference? Oh, I went to C minor. That's why. That makes sense. How is it a big difference? Yeah, that's the end of that one, I think. That's good enough for tonight. I'll see how it sings tomorrow. Thanks for joining. Have a good night. Oh, wait, let me see what you said. Hold on. I didn't mean to be rude and like a terrible person. Bear with me. Hi. Thank you so much for you guys joining. For joining you guys. I'm tired. I need to go to bed. It's midnight, past midnight. All right, sweet dreams, night.